The Auburn Castle is not yet listed on the National Record of Historic Places, but its rich history makes it eligible for placement. This 7,000 square foot castle was built in Auburn, New York in 1871, but it was who this castle was built for that is the real story. Glasgow, Scotland, December 12, 1833. The date doesn't seem very special on the surface, but that will change for the residents of Auburn, New York, for this was the date that Samuel Laurie was born. As a poor Scottish lad, Samuel came to America and apprenticed to a manufacturer of woolen goods and was able to develop a strong sense of business during that time. By the 1850s, after years of study, Laurie applied his knowledge to build quite a reputation as a woolen manufacturer. Samuel Laurie achieved a lot of success, and by 1868 became superintendent of a mill in Rhode Island. Later that year, he was brought to Auburn, New York to review and provide consultation on a woolen mill in town. Laurie felt that the mill had tremendous potential and was convinced to take over the mill himself. Under his management, the woolen mill in Auburn, New York thrived and grew. As a reward, and to keep him happy, the stockholders of the mill spent $7,000 to build a castle for him that overlooked the factory. Because of whom it was for, the castle was built to be reminiscent of a Scottish manor, and in 1881, an extension was added to it to add symmetry on the outside and convenience within. The company continued to flourish, owning the majority of the Big Dam water rights, as well as acquiring 2 more mills. Samuel Laurie became the majority stockholder of the company, but tragedy struck on August 6, 1890, when his wife Jane passed away in the castle. It was said that she suffered from something called the grip, which is similar to the flu. Unfortunately, she never recovered. The tragedy continued in 1893 when an economic depression led to a nationwide panic. Before the crash, Samuel's net worth was estimated at $100,000, and he had more than 500 employees. The crash resulted in Laurie losing 2 of the 3 mills, as well as the castle. Outside investors bought the castle in 1895. Samuel Laurie fell into poor health and moved to Mountain Springs, Arkansas to recuperate. He passed away on April 25, 1895. Samuel's remains were sent back to Auburn, New York for a funeral to be performed in the castle, and he was laid to rest in Fort Hill Cemetery, right alongside his wife. As far as the hauntings of this castle are concerned, it would seem that whatever the new tenants of the castle are may have arrived after the Lauries lived here. We are going to set out to see if Auburn Castle is really haunted, or if someone is pulling the wool over our eyes.